Hey everyone, welcome to Disney Channel Original Newbies. I'm Joanna.
And I am Sam. Sam, I am.
You're listening to episode 29, where we are going to talk about The Luck of the Irish, Sam's favorite movie from the year 2001.
It's either this or some other movie that came out in 2001. I'm terrible at knowing what year movies came out.
Are you referring to a Disney Channel movie that came out in 2001 or a completely different movie?
Oh, just a separate movie. Yeah.
Which movie are you thinking of?
No, I couldn't name one movie that came out in 2001.
Oh, okay. So it's not like you think that this movie came out in 2001, but you're not sure. Okay.
What year do you think Toy Story 2 came out? 97?
I think 99. That's my guess.
All right.
Yeah. It was a big deal.
So maybe Toy Story 3 is my favorite movie that came out in 2001. Who knows? Although I feel like it was way after that.
It was. They really spaced those sequels out.
Yeah. I think 2 wasn't that far after 1, was it?
I don't remember. But then 3 was a million years later, and 4 was a billion years
4
later.
4 was 50 years later.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, The Luck of the Irish. This was a movie that you watched and loved as a child.
I watched it multiple times and loved it every single time I watched it as a kid. So yeah, I did watch it and I did love it.
Did you love it more every time you watched it?
I couldn't tell you.
That's a yes.
I couldn't name. I don't even know. Wait, so what grade were we in? 2001?
Maybe
so we're 12
6th or 7th.
Okay, yeah. I couldn't name one teacher I had in 7th grade.
I can name a teacher that I had in 7th grade. Mr. Potts, social studies.
Oh, of course. With a name like that, you gotta teach social studies. Imagine he was the home ec teacher. That'd be crazy.
Oh, what was the home ex teacher name? It started with an H. I don't remember.
Hamberto, I think it was.
Yeah, probably.
Mrs. Hamberto.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, she was a little weird.
Yeah, it was weird that she lost all of her fingers in one hand, and she just had them replaced with screwdrivers, like a Inspector Gadget kind of thing.
And she taught home ec and not tech or anything like that?
No, she was very practical like that.
That's pretty silly of her.
Yeah.
It's all easy bake ovens for her after that point. So yeah, we're on.
She was getting into oven repair business.
Oh, that's smart. That's really smart of her. So yeah, we're on to The Luck of the Irish, and obviously this is your first time watching this movie, correct?
Correct.
All right, good.
Yes, officer.
Where were you on the night of whatever 2001 when this movie came out?
Not watching this movie.
Okay, fine. This premise of the movie is that there is a kid who doesn't know his heritage, and there's talk around the school because of some heritage night or day or whatever it is, and his parents are very evasive whenever he asks about it, and he's trying to figure out his heritage at the same time as he's very lucky throughout his entire life, and then all of a sudden becomes unlucky. He's just trying to figure out his heritage, trying to figure out why he's unlucky, and trying to resolve kind of all these issues at the same time.
Yeah, that sums it up.
Yeah. So let's get into the nitty gritty. It opens with a heritage day or whatever, and the main character Kyle, who you may have noticed from Smart House.
I did notice that.
In which both movies he loves basketball
and has a dance scene.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. He does. Maybe he's just a great dancer and basketball player. And they're like, all right, we got the perfect guy for this one.
It's like a John Travolta thing where he tries to dance in every movie.
Yeah, I never really thought about that.
These are the things that go through my mind at night.
John Travolta's dance moves?
John Travolta. Yes.
I feel sorry for you.
Don't.
Yeah, so it's really just Kyle's having some sort of nightmare. But it's the beginning, right? It's a nightmare scene or whatever.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And pretty immediately, he's asking his parents, hey, what's our heritage? And the parents are like, we're American. I'm from Cleveland.
Doesn't get any more American than that.
Oh, tell me about it. When I think America, I think
Drew Carey Show.
Number one, Drew Carey show. Number two, riding motors. And number three, just Cleveland in general.
Yeah, that's the correct order to think of America. Yeah. American things in.
America.
America.
Yeah.
Greatest country on face of the earth.
Hell yeah. Number one, baby. You're number two, I'm number one. Shake and
bake. So he's playing basketball. He's very good. Very good at basketball. He's a very good basketball player. And he makes a game-winning shot. Everyone's so awesome. Everyone's proud of him. And what is it? The next day, he's walking around school talking to his best friend, Russell. And Russell's like, you're just lucky.
Yeah.
You're the luckiest guy I know.
It was a very lucky shot, too, we should say.
It was like
to win the
a
game.
slap.
Yeah.
He slapped the ball into
ridiculous.
The basket.
He's playing slap the bag with a basketball.
So they're talking about how he's lucky, and Kyle's like, I'm not that lucky. Ooh, look, $10.
Just everything's coming up Millhouse for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And also this next day at school, this girl, Bonnie, comes up to him, and she's responsible for putting together the Heritage Day. And she's like, hey, Kyle, do you want to get involved in this? What's your heritage? And he's like, I don't know.
I'm from Cleveland.
Yeah. And she's like, but like, where? Like, you're not Native American. Like, what's going on here?
Cleveland.
And she's like, all right. So I guess you're just too stupid to understand where your family's from. Which is not fair because, like, he genuinely doesn't know.
Which is weird.
Well, because his parents won't tell him is the issue. And there's, like, no other
Which is
family.
also
like,
weird.
No, of course. But, like, it's not his fault. He doesn't know where he's from. We also have, in terms of him being lucky, he also, like, falls asleep during a test during school and just, like, circles random answers at the end. And he's just like, why would you do that? You're going to lose points every answer you get. Oh, they're all right. Cool.
And I mean, the teacher knows he wasn't cheating, but I feel like they could have at least had him get one wrong.
But he can't. He's lucky.
He's not that lucky.
He literally did.
If he was that lucky, he wouldn't have lost his luck.
That's ironic now. Mm-hmm. We'll get into that a little into the movie. Yeah, so I mean, the premise, again, he's good at sports, or is he lucky, whatever the case may be, but he's a very lucky person and doesn't know his heritage. He's in the library at school trying to, like, research his heritage, and Bonnie comes over to try to help him out, and just, they don't get anywhere because they have no information to go off of.
His name, it's basically as if his name is John Smith. There's just nothing to go off of. Which
is funny, because his dad's actual name, we come to find out, is Bob Smith. So it wasn't far off.
Yeah.
There was a Robert Smith in my grade, actually.
Any relation?
All Smiths are related.
All Smiths are related. Yeah. So what was the relation?
A classmate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Related by...
Class, yeah.
By education.
Classmate, yeah.
Okay. Got it.
So yeah, he can't figure it out. And then he finds out that his parents, like, told him their wrong names. And this is when, like you said, Russ says, hey, I think the coin's the lucky charm. I don't know if he thinks he's Irish at this point when they go to the festival. He
finds something on the coin. Oh no, he's looking at the flyer. He's looking at the flyer. He sees matches. The same symbol as on the flyer as is on his coin. And he's like, oh, because the symbol on this coin is the same as this flyer, I must be Irish.
Right. So
Makes sense.
So he decides with Russ to go to the Irish Day Festival, whatever it is, the carnival. It's more of a carnival.
A celebration.
Yeah.
A celebration of all things Irish.
That's a good way of putting it.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Some old dude approaches him there and, like, flips a bunch of coins and makes him land in, like, a pile.
Ha ha ha.
Which was crazy.
Magic.
That was crazy.
It's magic.
The big man himself, Seamus McTiernan, I think is how you pronounce it. I don't know. And he's, like, a big-time Irish step dancer.
Yes. They had some fun camera angles. It was just him, like, walking around the stage with his arms stretched out, and then the actual step dancers in the background, which was fun.
The actor is a professional step dancer.
Is he really?
No. I don't even know if he's Irish, to be honest.
Because then they really should have shown him step dancing. It was not super impressive.
Actually, he probably is Irish. His name is Timothy Omundson. I don't know if that's an Irish name, though. But he looked Irish in the movie, at least. He pulled it off.
He did.
He passes.
Yeah, especially when he went full out leprechaun. Yeah.
He wasn't pulling a Rachel Dolezal as an Irish person in this movie, that's for sure. So when he starts dancing, Kyle cannot help himself, and he starts doing some Irish step dancing in the crowd while watching.
When you get the urge, it just came over him.
Yep. And while he's dancing, some other guy comes over and knocks him over.
Whoopsie doopsie.
He whoopsie doopsies, and he takes his coin off his chain.
Really smooth, like
so subtle.
because he
It's like a
switched it out with
pickpocket.
another coin. Yeah, and it seemed like that coin was pretty well attached to his necklace. So
Yes.
must be some leprechaun magic at work there.
Totally agree. Which we come to find out later on.
Pretty soon, like the next.
Oh, like
scene.
immediately, yeah.
Yeah.
The next day, he wakes up and his mother is speaking with an Irish accent.
Yes,
She has
and
very
she's
long
also,
red hair.
Yeah, she's turned into the princess from Brave.
Yes. A movie I haven't seen, but I've seen like commercials and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean the person Brave was Scottish, but she still has the look.
I mean, I think the Irish would be very mad that you would confuse the two.
I didn't say that she turned. She looked like her.
Oh, okay.
She just looked
Sure,
like her.
sure. How about Rapunzel?
No, she didn't look like Rapunzel.
Oh, you know Rapunzel?
Yeah, we're best friends, actually. Come on, Sam. I thought you knew this. We went and had dinner with her last week.
My wife knows Rapunzel, and you, sir, are no Rapunzel. Yeah, so she's very, very Irish at this part. And Kyle starts talking in some, like, not like an Irish accent, but I guess at times an Irish
It's like,
accent.
yeah, like every once in a while,
He's saying
it slips out.
Irish sayings, I
Yeah.
guess is the way to put it. And
Mimonda. Things
Yeah.
like that.
a wee bit.
Yeah. Things that everyone in Ireland says.
Of course. Wee man, Mom finally tells Kyle that they're Irish. And she packs him like a bucket of fish for lunch.
Yeah.
Which sounds
Fish and chips.
delicious. Hold the chips, please.
I'll take them all. Extra chips for me.
And now this is Kyle's downfall because his coin's gone, which he doesn't know yet, but we know. His luck has gone to shit.
And he sucks at basketball now.
He
Turns out he didn't have any skill. He didn't have any talent in basketball. It was all because of his lucky coin.
he's never worked hard in his entire life for anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
It just comes naturally.
He lost his white man privilege,
He lost his mojo.
basically. Mojo is white man privilege.
Oh, is that what Austin Powers is about?
Yeah.
I never realized that.
Now you're going to watch it as if a veil has been lifted.
It must have been very subtle. And
so nuanced.
Fat Bastard, well, he's Scottish. But close enough,
Like-
right?
I mean, is it? You were kind of offended when I said that
I wasn't
the
offended.
Irish mom.
I'm saying our Scottish fans are going to be
Okay. Sorry, Scottish
furious.
fans. Scottish fans, I am sorry on behalf of Sam.
They're going to be outside our house with pitchforks and bagpipes.
Oh, party?
Yeah.
Cool.
That sounds pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
They can help
Come on
us.
over.
What do you use pitchforks for anyway? Like
Hay?
and stuff?
Yeah.
Specific use for it.
Threatening people?
Being the devil.
Yeah.
He has one.
Chasing Frankenstein?
Chasing Frankenstein.
Sorry, chasing Frankenstein's monster.
Oh,
pitchforks
okay.
and
So it's the same thing
torches.
we said before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Kyle's terrible at basketball. They have the semifinals that night. He can't hit a dang shot.
It's a real tragedy. And he couldn't hit a dang shot in practice before the game?
No, they're doing free throws. He just hit 10 free throws before going home, and he can't hit one.
Yeah, but they had practice before the game,
Right.
which was
Bizarre.
interesting.
It's
Yeah.
weird that so they're in high school, but it seems like he's like 14 or 15.
Maybe he's in middle school.
Or maybe they are in junior high, which is weird that they'd even play like states.
State championships. I think they said that they're in junior high.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah,
that they would
there's
never
no
do that.
states in middle school.
Definitely not. Not that I know of.
Maybe our teams just weren't good enough. It was a secret states.
Maybe in Cleveland.
Yeah. All right.
They do things
Cleveland is the
differently there.
only state with states in middle school.
Were they in? They weren't in Cleveland, were they?
No, his dad was from Cleveland.
But where were they living? Do we know?
I don't know.
I don't think they
Not
ever go
Cleveland.
into it.
Somewhere else.
So anywhere in the U.S. except for Cleveland and maybe Canada.
Eh? Well, Canada's not in the U.S., so.
But I'm saying anywhere in the U.S. except for Cleveland, plus also possibly Canada.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but not very likely. Yeah, he's terrible. Somehow they still win. I think he gets home at this point, and the mom is even more Irish, which is shocking.
She's like stoking a fire.
Oh yeah, she's cooking in like
And
literally the fireplace.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Also, Kyle's like 3 or 4 inches shorter than he was the day prior.
Yes, he's getting progressively shorter.
The mom isn't short yet, right? Or is
She's
she
getting there.
Okay.
Maybe it's the next day that
She's
she's
not
short.
quite there. Yeah. Despite them winning the game and going to the state finals, everyone at the school is pissed at Kyle because of how
Super
poorly he
pissed.
played. But this was like ridiculous because they won anyway. Who
Yeah, I mean,
cares?
like they wouldn't get super pissed if anyone else had a bad day, or maybe they would.
Like even,
Maybe they
like-
would get pissed.
Like just imagine if like even if he like scored in his own basket 20 times and they won, like who would care at that point?
I mean, the person who wore the mascot outfit every day was especially pissed.
What was the mascot? I forgot.
Some sort of bird, maybe an eagle.
Oh, that's what it was. I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, they just
Yeah, he
really zoomed in on that.
he like
bird
threatened to
mascot.
kill him. Yeah.
He had a pitchfork.
Yeah. And a bagpipe. Yeah, so that everyone's pissed off. They're doing something in science class, I think, and this is when he finds out that the necklace he's wearing isn't gold, like he was told beforehand.
Right. It was magnetized.
Right, that's what it was. They're learning about magnets. So now they have to look for the coin. I don't know if it's that same day or the next day, his hair like turns orange, like straight up orange, but it's clearly like dyed orange, like highlighted.
Yeah. And it was distracting me because he was wearing a hat in school. And I feel like all schools, at least at that time, had very strict no hats in school policies.
I think we could wear hats in school,
We could not.
but now I'm second guessing it. Maybe we couldn't wear hats.
We definitely could not.
Maybe you had to take them off in class. I don't remember.
No hats in school. It
Hey,
was
you
a
know
thing.
what?
And he was wearing this obnoxious bucket hat. Just throwing it out there.
I thought it was really funny is that either his dad or someone else says that he looks like Dennis Rodman. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, the basketball player.
Yeah, who always had like crazy hair color
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It was very, very timely reference at that time. Kyle has even more of an Irish accent, and the mom is like 4 inches tall because she's a leprechaun.
And that's when they break the news to him that he is half leprechaun.
Right. That's why he's shrinking at a slower pace than his mother, but still shrinking now.
Are his ears pointy at this point?
I see what you did there.
Hey.
I don't know. I think they're slightly.
They're not as round as
Yeah,
usual.
yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever watch the movie like Leprechaun in the Hood or whatever it was called?
No, I've never
Oh
even heard
my
of that
god.
movie.
It was on like BET. It's like a somewhat scary movie, but it's really, really funny.
No, thank you. No scary movies for me.
But it's like funny. It's like not like scary movie in that it's funny, but it's like on the same kind of level as it. Like
Okay, so
Leprechaun
like a-
smokes weed and stuff.
Okay. Like making fun of scary movies.
Not like making fun of scary movies, but it's like a funny scary movie.
Okay.
If I knew any other scary movies, I could give you another reference for it besides the movie Scary Movie. But unfortunately, I can't.
It's my strong hand.
I think it's the mother that explains it, or the father. I can't remember who it is. They explain that as long as they have his lucky coin, that's why they don't turn into leprechauns and they have good luck and things like that.
And that's when Kyle's like, guys, I have something to tell you.
Yeah, so he tells him he lost a coin, but he thinks the old guy took the coin. That old guy is,
His grandpa.
which he finds out for the first time.
And his mom is totally on board with that. She's like, that bastard took your coin because I married your father. What a jerk.
He doesn't like the father because he's not Irish, is what it
Because
came
he's
down
not
to.
a leprechaun.
Oh, okay.
We don't know anything about the dad other than
We never
used to
find
live
out
in
his
Cleveland.
nationality, right?
No, Cleveland.
Well, yeah,
Right.
besides Cleveland.
Clevelandite.
Oh, and also the grandfather owns and runs a potato chip factory.
Yeah, which is perfect.
What was it called? It was Emerald. I can't read my own handwriting. Emerald something.
I didn't write down the name.
So the grandfather, he goes by Mr. O'Reilly. Kyle and Bonnie. Well, Bonnie's just at the factory, the potato chip factory, just to like get a tour of it with school,
Yeah,
I
she was
guess.
there on a overachieving student trip.
Right. And Kyle breaks into the factory and pretends to be on the tour.
And Bonnie's like, you're not smart enough to be here.
And he's like, that you might be correct. Which is funny because like he should have straight A's.
Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't do homework. Like, I don't know.
You know, that's a really good point because he doesn't really seem, it seems like he doesn't have to put in any effort.
No, not at all.
So he must be actively trying
To do
to
poorly
fail.
in school.
Yeah.
I don't even think, unless he just didn't do things, I don't see how he would do poorly in anything.
That's a good point.
Maybe they'll explain it in the sequel. Or the prequel.
What? There's
That-
a prequel and a sequel?
Yes.
Is that real?
In my dreams.
You're going to write them.
In reality, no, though. So they're in the factory. He wants to confront Mr. O'Reilly, his grandfather, about the situation.
Bob O'Reilly?
Bob, he wants a baby O'Reilly. He's baby O'Reilly. So Mr. O'Reilly just pretends he doesn't have a daughter and just throws them out of the factory. And is like, I don't know what you're talking about. Get out of here. I don't want any of your business here. I think that's when... Oh, no, I'm sorry.
No.
The
That
security guard
happens.
talks to O'Reilly,
Yes.
right? That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, the security guard.
Right.
And then Kyle sees Bonnie. He sneaks in.
Right.
There's an epic chase scene. They fall down some sort of
Garbage
chute.
Yeah.
A potato chip chute. And
Those are
then,
the best.
yeah. Oh, don't even get me started. And that's when Grandpa walks up and he's like, that's my grandson. We're cool.
Yeah. This is the first time they've actually like formally met, besides at the carnival.
I wouldn't say they even formally met there. It was
This
more
is
of
the
an
first like
informal
real
meeting.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a coin trick,
It's pretty cool, though.
but not a formal meeting.
That's correct.
Thank you. And he's like, I didn't steal your coin. I wouldn't do that. Your family. I invented the potato chip. I invented the piano key necktie. That's whenever someone says I invented something, that's all I can think of. Every time I watch like Shark Tank, all I want is someone to come in and talk about neckties.
Should we go on Shark Tank with piano key neckties?
You go on with a real idea, and I'll be like the person in the background, like showing off the product, and then I'll like take off my like overshirt, like a pull away shirt, and I'll be wearing the necktie, and I'll yell that I invented the necktie.
I like it. And then throw a hot foam latte in someone's
Oh
face.
yes, 100%.
Yeah.
And then we'll play with some oil, no gasoline. So yeah, he invented the potato chip over 100 years ago. So I understand that he's like 300 years old or something.
Something like that. He's Yoda,
So
basically.
the mother, is she also? It doesn't seem like it. They don't really talk about it at all, though.
No, we don't know when. Yeah, it just doesn't go into that. So
right. And
the
the father's gonna age. So like,
Yeah.
that seems like a bad match.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It's a Twilight situation.
It is, unless she bites him and turns him into a leprechaun.
I think that's what happens. A leprechaun in the hood. We should really. Yeah, it sounds like you've seen it.
I might have been in it. I might have been an extra, but we're not going to go there.
Right, thank you. You know the one movie the leprechaun smokes weed in. You know. It's the only thing I remember. It's great though. I love it. The grandfather thinks that Seamus is the real culprit who stole the coin, and the granddad's
Kyle is like,
"Let me in."
Yeah, Seamus did take the coin.
Hell yeah! I've never even touched Seamus in my entire life, but yeah, I think
but
Seamus
he
took the
touched
coin.
me.
They didn't touch each other. I think it was just the random guy that bumped into him. and
No,
stole
like
the coin, right?
in his heart.
Oh yeah, but via Riverdance.
Yeah,
Riverdance was the Irish step
Irish
dance thing?
step dance.
Yeah, that was the big. Well, Riverdance was like the.
Oh, like
Remember
the
that?
dance company. Oh, I forgot about that.
That was a huge thing.
That was a huge thing.
Yeah. Wow, I must have wasted 4 or 5 years of my life on Riverdance.
Really?
Yeah, I took 4 years off between high school and college to find
To find yourself
to
through
follow them around the
Riverdance.
nation. I was a Riverdance groupie.
That explains that it's. I was wondering where all those T-shirts came from.
Yeah. Oh my God, Riverdance. They like halfway through the show, all the girls come out with their shirt
The T-shirt
cannons and
cannons.
yeah. I caught
And
a lot. I caught a lot of shirts.
or you bought them off people, or you beat people
No,
up.
no. I caught them. I caught them all. Don't get me wrong. I caught them all.
You
Joanna's
mapped out where they aim.
Joanna's worked up about fighting people for things in the stands because we just watched the documentary on Malice in the Palace, which she didn't know what it was until today, which is great. Although no, I
That's
think
really
I showed
good.
you.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, I
you
showed
have
you the
shown
video
me.
before, but it's great. She loves sports now.
Sports ball.
Bonnie talks to Kyle about, whatever. And I think she says, like, you're not good at basketball. Like, you suck at basketball. You're just lucky. You don't really work hard for anything.
I know this was before.
But this comes up now because she's like, I'm good at basketball. I work hard at it. And I just don't play basketball because my parents or my dad only wants me to do, like,
Right. That's why she was on the
curriculum stuff. Yeah.
overachieving trip.
Right. Exactly. She, like, didn't really care.
Yeah, she's just doing it to put on her college application.
Right, exactly. Although, like, which it gets into it later, but, like, I feel like sports is a big thing for college.
It is.
So I don't know why she didn't just play basketball also.
Yeah, but Sam, she's a girl.
Come again?
She's a girl.
And
this
is
is the
that
early
like
2000s.
an Irish thing?
Yeah,
Girl?
girl. It's an Irish thing. It's an old Gaelic word.
Okay. I don't know much Gaelic.
Yeah.
I took Latin. I didn't take Gaelic in college, in high school. Actually,
All right,
sorry.
we won't get into it.
Okay,
We won't get into
not
it.
with it.
Yeah.
They drive up somewhere. The grandfather's like driving Bonnie and Kyle.
In his lime green convertible,
Right.
which is pretty
His
sweet.
lime Lamborghini. They see Russ just chilling there. He's like, "Hey, we
I'm
got a
here
basketball
now.
game tonight. What's
I'm
going
here
on?"
now, guys. Party
So-
can start.
so Kyle's only two friends, actually 1.5 friends, are in the car with them. Kyle,
It's weird that Kyle is so lucky, but he doesn't seem to have a lot of friends.
it's just Russ, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is very strange. He gets high fives and gets booed, and that's it. No one else talks to him any other time.
Wow, what a lonely life.
Yeah. Very
That
bizarre.
sounds awful.
Maybe it's lucky to only have one friend. Maybe that's
One
the ideal.
really good shining star of a friend.
Yeah. Yeah. The mascot.
Yes.
Kyle, full on, has elf ears at this point. Very, very pointy ears. Which, elf ears, I guess? Leprechaun ears?
Leprechaun ears?
Do leprechauns have pointy ears? Is that a thing, even?
I don't know. I guess so.
It just reminds me more of elves than anything else.
Yeah,
But-
I don't know. Maybe they're distant cousins.
But whatever. And the grandfather drops a little hint of knowledge here, is that Seamus cannot turn down a bet. He's addicted to gambling.
He should get some help.
Yeah, he should go to GA or something.
Yeah, that's serious stuff.
Yeah. I don't know when this happens, but somehow the dad and the mom are also now in the car with like the 12 of them.
Oh, because they were looking for Kyle because he hadn't come out of the potato chip factory.
Oh, right.
They
So
were
they're in
being
separate
concerned
cars.
parents.
They were in separate cars.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're involved now, and there's a car chase where they're trying to catch Seamus's bus. But they get like a flat tire. It like starts raining, and
They have the
everything
worst
goes wrong.
luck.
It's like the second car that broke down that day. Bonnie, when they're stuck in the rain, she's very positive, and she's like, you know what? Americans don't give up. Which was true until last week when we pulled out of Afghanistan, unfortunately. So I guess we do give up.
No, we knew that when it was time,
To give up.
maybe. 20 years. After 20 years, it's time to put this thing to an end.
It's almost been the same amount of time since this movie came out. It's very close.
That this is too real. We need to talk about something else now. We need to change.
They find a rainbow.
They do find a rainbow.
They find a very large and in charge rainbow.
And Russ is like, science. And Grandpa's like, I'm a leprechaun.
Yeah. He like legit explains how rainbows work scientifically. Russ
Yeah,
is great.
Russ is
He's on
pretty
top of his
smart.
game.
Yeah.
But the grandfather's like, you're an idiot. You don't know anything about rainbows. Let's go to the end. That's where Seamus is going to be. And guess what? Seamus is there.
At a pub, I think. Is this when he's in a pub?
Yeah, it's like a pub restaurant, whatever, and they're singing.
Yeah. That was great.
Remember in The Other Guys when they're singing the Irish at the pub, and he's like singing along about like the most depressing things. He keeps going back for verses and comes back to talk about like exposition in the movie.
I don't remember that at all.
It was so great. I think you were laughing at it too.
I probably was.
Yeah. But
Yes, I do remember that now.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is my part now.
yeah, it was like the
Yeah.
most depressing story
Yeah.
ever. And you're like, what the hell? Oh, that was great. They find the bus again. They get in the bus. They find a safe. The grandpa's like, I want everything in the safe. And Kyle's like, no, I'm taking my one coin. Again, Americans don't steal. They work hard for things. And I'm only going to take my one coin and that's it.
This is a comedy.
Excuse me?
Oh, nothing. Nothing.
Thank you. Seamus kind of like feels that something's going wrong. He pops into the bus and puts Grandpa in like a box or something. I don't
know. He seems like the grandpa is teleported to a leprechaun dimension, is my guess.
Okay, that makes more sense than putting him in a box. Okay. So he puts him in the leprechaun dimension, and Kyle's like, you know what? I know that you like bets. I will bet you that I'm going to beat you in sports, just generally sports. And if so, I get my grandpa back, and if not, you get the coin.
And it turns out that the wording of this bet is very significant.
Yes. Kyle needs to win in sports.
Specifically, if Kyle beats Seamus.
Yes. Okay,
So
audience,
then-
get that?
If Kyle beats Seamus, then he gets Grandpa back and the coin.
Yes. But if not, then
They all
Grandpa
die.
stays there. He's like his slave, and he keeps the coin.
Right.
So now we get to sports. And all the sports are like ancient.
Irish things like hurling and hammer throw.
Want me to go through the sports?
Yes, please.
Okay. So there's 8 sports they do. Number 1, hurling. Kyle wins somehow.
Yeah, he does.
He has no idea what he's doing. He wins. That was pretty funny,
Beginner's
actually.
luck.
Yes. Then we have throwing boulders. Seamus wins. Then we have, again, throwing chariot wheels. Seamus wins again.
That's my favorite.
It was pretty fun. Number 4, it was just like punting a ball. I don't know what sport it was. Just they punted a ball.
I don't know. Maybe it was an early version of rugby.
Maybe. Kyle wins that.
Primitive rugby.
Then there's wrestling, which Seamus wins. So he's up 3-2 at the time. Number 6 is throwing a spear, which is kind of like javelin, but like straight into like, it was like archery and javelin put together, kind of.
They threw it into a target, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly. Which Kyle wins. Then there's running, which Kyle's not a good runner. He gets very tired very quickly.
Yeah, he needs to work on that.
Which Seamus wins. So right now, Seamus is up 4-3. And we get to the last sport, which is step dancing. Which Seamus is great at step dancing,
He's a world champion.
but Kyle pulls it off.
Yeah, Kyle. Doesn't he break dance or something?
He
does
does something like that.
Yeah, he
And there's
pulls
no
out his
judges
smart
either.
house
There's
moves.
no one deciding. But whatever. So Kyle wins in step dancing. So now it's 4-4, and they've tied. But
Kyle
now come
didn't
back.
beat Seamus.
right,
They tied.
they tied. Which makes me think, why did they even do step dancing in the first place? If he was up 4-3 already.
Seamus just wanted to see Kyle's sweet dance moves.
Kyle's killer dance moves?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So then Kyle says, wait. Whoa. What if we make another bet? And if I beat you in basketball, specifically, you will live where my father lived in the shores of Erie. And if I lose, then I'll be your slave. And you get me and my grandpa and the coin.
And Kyle said he'll do this and he'll play without any luck.
Right.
So this is big. And Sheamus is like, yeah, obvious I'll take that bet. You don't have any luck. And I'm not really, turning down. There's not much of a risk on my end. Let's do it. Let's play some basketball. I got a basketball, Jones.
So then they are transported to the basketball game. Sheamus and his crew kind of take the place of some of the opposing team's players.
Right. He snaps his fingers or claps or something, and they go from like the old ancient whatever Irish area into the gym.
Right. And so they're the players, but to everyone else's eyes, they just look like the regular kids.
Right. Which is funny because then they're about to take the tip off, and Kyle's like talking to the ref. He's like, "Is this guy too old to play?" And the ref looks over, and it's just like a kid.
A kid.
And he's like, no.
I mean, my birthday was last week, but I'm not that old.
I thought it was very funny. The grandpa is like sitting on top of like the basket. You ever see the movie The Sixth Man?
No.
Oh my god, a very depressing but great movie about two brothers who play basketball. They're in college, and one of the brothers like has a heart attack while playing and dies. Yeah, I think it's the Wayans brothers, at least one Wayans brothers in the movie, and the younger brother continues playing, and the older brother who died comes back as like a ghost, and he's like the sixth man on the team. So he like helps him out during the season. It's a really good movie. But there's one point where he's like sitting on top of the basket, and and he's the only one that could see him. No one else could see the ghost.
And that's what you were thinking about the whole time?
As soon as the grandpa was on top of the basket, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Much less depressing now.
Mm-hmm.
So he's watching it. They're doing very poorly because he doesn't have his coin. He's not good at it. But the grandpa gives Russ a lucky coin. For the audience, it's not actually lucky.
It's like in Harry Potter, when Harry gives Ron the luck potion before a Quidditch match.
Yes.
And Ron drinks it, but it's not really the potion.
Do you think she stole it from this?
No.
All right, I'll take your word for it. So now Russ thinks he's got the lucky coin, and he becomes very good at basketball, and he's able to tie the game up late into the game. It's not the entire game. They got there like the fourth quarter, it seems like, or something.
Yeah, and the coach was like, "Where have you been? Go play."
Yeah. At some point, it's like now it's the last play of the game. A lot of stuff doesn't make sense in this game. Like the clock's going at the wrong times. Like it seems like they're up by a lot. Then it's close again. They're taking like 3-pointers that count as like 2 points. Nothing really makes sense what's happening in this game, unfortunately. But finally, it gets to the last possession. And I think it's like tied. And the leprechaun, Sheamus or one of his teammates or whatever, passes the ball. Kyle steals it. He passes it to Russ because people thought Kyle was going to take the last shot. He passes to Russ, and Russ nails that shit.
His dad is so proud.
Oh, he's psyched as hell.
And we also get to see just how tall his... Oh, wait, no, that's like the last scene where we see just how tall his dad is. He's very tall.
Yeah, and he's an NBA
very
player.
Tall.
IRL. Or was an NBA player. Yeah.
He was like, what, 6'6" or something?
Oh, yeah, he's a monster. I think at this point, so Kyle runs over to Russ. They high five, and as soon as they high five, the gym goes completely empty. And it's just the leprechaun fellas, the grandpa. Russ is still there? Yeah, Russ and Kyle. And then Kyle's
Russ
family.
is in on it.
Right. And then Kyle's family is there.
And so this is when Sheamus is like, "You beat me." Well, he's kind of pissed. He's super pissed. But Kyle's like, "Nope, I beat you fair and square. Do you remember our bet?" And Sheamus is like, "Yeah, I basically have to go back to Ireland, and you can't even pronounce the names of things right. You're a butthead."
It's not Erie, it's
Erie. And Kyle's like, "Actually, no, it's Erie, as in Lake Erie, because my dad's from Cleveland."
And James is like, no.
And then he shrinks, and it's really weird looking.
What did that remind you of when he was shrinking? It's Space
Peter
Jam.
Pettigrew?
It's Space Jam. They play a basketball game. The aliens lose. and then they lose the powers, and they just turn into the little dweeb aliens.
I don't remember. I need to watch Space Jam
Oh
again.
my god, Joanna.
Sorry.
Jeez. Ridiculous. Yeah, so he shrinks down, and then he is just plopped into Lake Erie.
Unceremoniously.
Very much so.
And everyone's like, all right, cool. We're done with that. We're leprechauns presenting as human again.
Yes. So they're back to normal. Maybe a week later or a few days later, it's Heritage Day. Kyle's there. He's doing some step dancing.
He's still really good at it.
Great. He's got the coin back.
Yeah.
He's back to being great at step dancing. And Bonnie comes on stage after he's done, and they both together sing "This Land Is Our Land." And everyone else in the crowd starts standing up and singing along with them.
Gotta love a movie ending on a sing-along.
God bless this movie, and God bless this country.
Amen.
And that's the end of the movie.
That is the end of the movie. Close
Wow.
up to Kyle and Bonnie.
It's great. Oh, and also, I think this is the scene where they show the people in like the audience who are like dressed up as their own heritages. That's
Yes,
a weird
it
word to
is.
say, heritages. And they're all like just dressed stereotypically as people in that country,
Yep.
which I thought was very funny. Like, there's a guy wearing a sombrero.
Yeah, that was great.
There's some girl wearing like a headdress, like Native American headdress. It's great.
Disney Channel was like, we're gonna get some diversity points for this one.
What would you wear at the event?
A house dress.
A house dress?
Just think of what my grandmas would wear around the house.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd probably just go as an American or something.
Oh, so
I'd wear a baseball jersey.
Yeah, going back to the basketball game. After the basketball game, after the whole sending Seamus to Lake Erie thing, we see Bonnie's dad for the first time,
Right.
and he's like, "Where have you been? Where were you on the field trip? Blah 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 blah." And then Kyle's grandpa comes over and starts spinning this tale about she's gonna be an intern or she got a scholarship or something. And Bonnie's eyes like, "Oh, okay, that's great." Kyle's grandpa never introduced himself. Never said like, "Hey, I'm Mr. O'Reilly. I own the factory."
Oh yeah, I guess the father wouldn't know that he's a potato. Maybe he's just well known though as a potato chip guy. It's a given.
Maybe. But you'd think he would still introduce himself, and the dad is just like, "Okay, I'm gonna trust this
That
random
is
guy."
funny. I didn't think about that. Mm-hmm. Well, he says that I'm going to give her a scholarship as long as she plays basketball next year, right? Or plays some sport next year.
Yeah, to be more well-rounded.
Right.
Yeah, but
So,
still, like the
yeah.
dad has no
No,
idea
you're
who
right.
this guy is.
It's a good point.
Thank
Got
you.
a really good point.
Thank you again.
Also, someone in that scene says that America's great and anything's possible in America. I forgot who said that, but someone says that in that scene.
Yeah, someone.
So yeah, that's
Yeah.
the movie.
That is indeed the movie.
I have a very important question for you.
I think I know what it's going to be. Go for it.
What is it?
Did I like it?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to answer that question because I feel like you might be mad at me.
No, I promise I won't get mad.
Are you crossing your fingers?
All my fingers are in front of me.
What about your toes?
Oh, my toes. I wouldn't even be able to cross my toes if I tried.
I was not super into it.
Interesting. What took you out of it?
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I just wasn't enthralled.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. That's fair. I will say I definitely liked the movie more when I watched it 21 years ago originally. I still like the movie. Maybe because it's a sports movie and you hate sports. Who knows? But,
Although we established in the
Okay,
last
yeah.
episode that I like all the sports decoms.
Right. So is this your least favorite sports one so far? Well, no, it's like
Yes.
the horse racing one, which
Yeah, we
this
we
isn't
don't even
worse.
talk
Okay,
about
this
that
isn't
one.
worse than that, is
No,
it? Okay,
no,
thank
no.
God. Had me worried for a second there. But yeah, I still like this movie. It's a nice, fun movie. Pretty simple plot, which I feel like is every movie. So maybe I should not say that anymore. But I enjoyed it. I liked the main guy. I think is a good actor. I think he's genuinely a good actor. He doesn't seem like he's like just trying to like read off cue cards while looking at the camera the entire time. like in some of the other movies.
I would say that he's good for the Disney Channel movie.
That's an insult, and now I'm mad. I said you could say what you thought about the movie, not about the main actor, okay? But yeah, I still like the movie. Not as much as I did as a kid, obviously, but still a fan of it.
That's fair.
I would say kind of feels like the Alley Cat Strike kind of range movies for me.
I liked Alley Cat Strike more than this.
Right. Because of the disco balls, though.
Yes.
All right, so you want to get into questions now?
Sure. Who would you ship?
I'll go with Seamus
Okay.
and Lake Erie. I thought they made a really good match.
Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah.
I was
He really fell for Lake Erie. What was yours?
So this wasn't exactly a ship.
It's more of a boat?
Yeah, it was more of a boat.
Okay.
I just wanted Russell to have a better friend. I feel like
You thought Kyle was a bad friend?
He didn't seem great.
He set him up for the game-winning shot at the end.
He did one good thing.
I think Kyle's a good friend to Russ.
Okay.
I think he would split the $10 with him that he found on the ground.
Did he split the $10 with him?
He bought him lunch that day. I made that up, but I'm sure he would, though. They seem like good friends to each other. I don't know. But
I don't know.
whatever.
I don't know.
You're just, bad-mouthing everyone in the movie, but whatever.
Yeah, that's true. I am.
Who would you most want to hang out with?
The people in the pub.
Oh, you want to sing along with them?
Yeah.
And then these are like unnamed people, besides like the people in his crew.
Yeah, just
We
Seamus.
have no idea who anyone else
Even
is.
his crew, I don't think they have names. Maybe their name is in the credits.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But they're in a few scenes at least. They play basketball. Like, it was very funny watching them play basketball.
It was very
the
funny.
like adult overweight men.
But yeah, definitely the pub crew.
Okay.
What about you?
I said Kyle for hopefully the good luck would rub off on me.
Didn't rub off on Russell.
He beat the game-winning shot.
Yeah, I mean, he thought that he had a lucky coin.
Right.
And that was the grandpa.
Right.
Kyle didn't do anything for him.
He didn't tell him it was a fake coin.
Oh, wow. What a hero.
What is your deal? Like, what did Kyle do? He did nothing wrong. He may not have been a hard worker, but he learned his lesson and became a hard worker. Like,
We
what
don't
the
actually
hell?
see that.
Yeah, but he knew it. He realized his flaw. He admitted it immediately. Could you imagine if you were like the best runner in the world and someone's like, oh, it's actually no, it's all luck. And you would just admit it immediately? Like, there's no way.
I mean, he had immediate proof that it was just luck.
I want you to apologize to Kyle for
Nope.
saying,
Nope.
you know what?
I also want to know how he learned how to break dance.
You know what?
What?
Next question.
Okay.
All right.
What would you change?
I did not like that the basketball game at the end just made no sense. There's a lot of errors in it, and it really pissed me off. I think I was yelling at the TV at one point.
You were like, that was 3 points. Why'd they only give him 2?
Referee, get your eyes checked. It doesn't make any sense. What would you change? And don't say everything. God damn it. Don't you say everything.
Most things.
Okay, that's better.
So I thought it was very strange that the parents wouldn't tell Kyle his heritage. I think even if he had said, where are we from? And the dad was like, my family has been in Cleveland for a long time. And the mom was like, we're from Ireland. That would have been fine.
I think they just didn't want him to know he's a leprechaun. Is that what it is?
Yeah. But they could have said, we're Irish, and not said, we're leprechauns.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's a good point.
And that would have made their lives easier, because then Kyle would have just been like, yeah, we're Irish, and called it a day, and wouldn't have been... The only reason he was so curious is because they didn't tell him.
Because they doth protest too much.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
Yes.
All right, cool. What was your favorite scene?
I liked the Irish sports competition. That was fun. That was fun to watch. The rock boulder lifting and wagon throwing, good stuff.
That was part of my favorite scene. There's like two parts. One was just when I went straight to that because I thought it was pretty cool, and the second is when Kyle and Russ high five, and it goes to the gym being empty, and like them just with the showdown.
Oh, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that also reminded me of Twilight when they have the war between the families,
Oh yeah, and
which
they
isn't. Yeah,
yeah, it's like the fake war.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, spoilers by the way. Spoilers for this movie and also Twilight, the first one.
I think that was the last one.
That was the last Twilight
I
movie?
think so.
No way.
The fake war, where like the bad guy grabs the girl's hand to see the future.
Right.
That's the last one.
I don't think I've even seen. Maybe I have seen all
You
of
have,
them.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
only 3, 4.
4. No, 5.
There's no
There's
way.
4 books, 5 movies.
There's no way I've seen 5 Twilight movies.
Well, just because you saw the last one doesn't mean you saw all of them.
I remember seeing the first one.
Okay.
I remember seeing the one with the baby, and I remember seeing the one with the fight.
So it sounds like you saw the first one and the last 2.
Maybe. Whatever.
Or just the first one and the last one.
I guess we'll never know until we stop recording and I look up which movie it was. And if it's not the last one, be happy about it. But yeah, those are my favorites. Do you want to go into hot seat first or just some fun facts about the movie?
Let's do hot seat.
All right. What is something that you've lost that like comes to mind? Something, memorable that you've lost.
So this is really fitting for this movie. Have you ever like gone on Facebook and looked at the memories and be like, where's that shirt? I still kind of like it and I don't know where it is.
I don't have that about clothing, but I understand the premise.
So I was having that about a Guinness shirt that I got in Ireland. I was like, whatever happened to that shirt? I would still wear it if I knew where it was.
Yeah.
And then my parents came to visit us after we moved into our new house. And they brought some of my old stuff because they were like, we're not storing this anymore. You have a house. And my shirt was in there. My Guinness shirt was in there. And I washed it and I wore it the other day. And it was great.
That's very fitting and funny. And I was just going to say, didn't you wear it the
Yes.
other day? I was like, where is this going?
Yeah. So I just wore it again.
Oh, it's very funny.
Yeah. But it had been years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's hysterical.
Thank you.
What was yours?
Where do you think Kyle, Russell, and Bonnie are now? What are they doing today?
In real life or in the movie?
In the movie.
So what are the characters?
As the characters, what are they doing now?
I'm going to say Kyle is the CEO of a Fortune 500 company that also...
The potato chip company?
Yes, that also makes potato chips, but they're doing very, very well.
Is it his grandpa's company or a different company?
Different company. He started his own rival.
Ooh, he's rivaling grandpa?
That's like a fake rival. It's like left versus right Twix.
Okay.
Yeah, they have competing factories next to each other. Russ is the head of advertising at that company.
Okay, so they stuck together.
Yes. And Bonnie is a Maxim model.
Sam, what gave you that idea?
It's just I'm trying to see the future here.
All right, and also something that we have been doing.
And pretending that was a hot
A
seat
new
question.
idea.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Is Ryan Gosling. Who do you think Ryan Gosling would play in this movie?
I think it has to be Kyle.
Yeah, it does have to be Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are in agreement.
I can't envision anyone else in this movie.
Maybe Bonnie.
Maybe he is pretty well rounded. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's what it has to be. All right. So some fun facts about the movie. There's an Indian version, a remake of this movie, which has the same premise, but like not Irish, obviously, called Luck Luck Key Bat.
What?
It's called Luck Key Ki Bat.
Interesting.
So we'll watch that movie later this week.
It sounds good. I'm excited.
At the time of the premiere of this movie, it was the highest rated DCOM ever.
That's impressive.
And it airs on Disney Channel every St. Patrick's Day.
Still?
Apparently, that's what it says.
Huh.
what it says on the internet.
The internet never lies.
Exactly. This fun fact I saw online, but I see zero evidence that it's true, so I'm going to say it anyway. This film is a favorite of director Zack Snyder's children.
How old are his children?
He's like in his 40s, 50s, right? How old is he?
I don't know. You think it would be like one of his movies, but okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, that's
To
all
each their own.
that's all the fun facts I have. Ryan, the main character, Ryan Merriman plays Kyle in the movie. Like we said before, he's in Smart House. He's also in Final Destination and Pretty Little Liars. So good for him. Alexis Lopez plays Bonnie, and she's a model, like I mentioned before. And the father,
From Cleveland.
no, I'm sorry, Russ's father, like we said also before, he's an NBA player, or was an NBA player. He played for the Jazz for 12 or so years. But yeah, that's all I got. You got anything?
Nope. Not a thing.
All right, you ready for the next movie?
I am so ready.
It is called Hounded.
Hounded. I'm going to guess this is a dog movie. And there are 2 girls. And now I'm just picturing Beethoven. Those movies. It's basically Beethoven.
Okay.
Yeah.
The dog's name is Beethoven.
No. The dog's name is
Yeah, what's the dog's name?
Ruffy McStuffersons.
Murphy McStufferson.
Yes.
Of course.
But he's very similar to Beethoven.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's
Yeah,
the controversy here? Wait, does the dog talk?
Ruffy.
Does the dog talk?
No.
Okay.
No, the dog does not talk.
Can other characters hear what the dog is thinking?
No, but the 2 girls have a connection with the dog. I don't know if it's emotional or what, but they're just somehow more connected to this dog.
Okay.
Ruffy McStuffersons.
Yeah. Tell me something. Tell me one more fun fact about Ruffy McStuffersons.
For short, they call him Bob.
Okay, that's a fun fact.
Yeah.
All right.
This is my dog, Ruffy McStuffersons, but we call him Bob.
Call him Bob for short. No, it makes sense. All right. That's a pretty good answer.
Thank you.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Oh, maybe it's a detective movie, and the dog is the sidekick for a Sherlock Holmes kind of character. The dog is Watson.
Okay.
Yeah.
To the girl Sherlock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my other guess.
Fair.
It's one of those.
Great.
It's either Sherlock or Ruffy McStuffersons.
Oh, the dog's not called Ruffy McStufferson to be Sherlock.
No, he's called Bob.
Oh, Bob.
Yeah.
This is very clear. I totally understand what you're saying. All right, got it. Totally understood. Not a problem. Any words of advice you want to leave our audience with before we go?
I would advise our audience to subscribe to this podcast wherever they
podcast?
listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give us a review, 5 stars preferred.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram at Disney Channel Original Newbies.
Yeah.
And
Oh, and
yeah.
also don't yell at us on Instagram. Just try not to do
Please.
that.
And with that, all I have to say is we don't believe in kings. We believe in basketball.
Hell yeah.